Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I want to show you how to quickly make this a simple top for a child. It's a DIY actually, just a simple top. You can call it a kimono top, you can call it an apron top, something quite simple. So let's just get to it. Here I have this piece of fabric. This is a cotton fabric. It comes in length of 45, but this one is 44, and it's just 1 yard of fabric I'm using here. So I folded it into two first along the 44 inches, then I folded it again along the 36 inches, which is the 1 yard, right? So I have here four folds in four. From here now, my length from here is 22 inch, which is okay for me, including the folding allowance at the lower part. I'm not going to be doing a cutting at this upper part. Then here I have I can say it's approximately 19 inches on this side, okay, but I want to make use of say 17 inches or 16 inches. I'll make use of 16 inches because I want to have an extra piece that I'll be using for the belt I want to create afterwards. Okay, so 16 inches is okay for me. So I'll just mark that out. Okay, so here is what I'm working with. So what am I going to do now? Just this is just practically the only cutting that will be done here, which is the neck. So like I said, it's a child of 2 years. So I'm using the neck width of 2 inches. Okay, neck width of 2 inches. Then the neck depth for the back, I'm using half of an inch for the back, half of an inch. Then for the front, I'm also using 2 inches. So I'm making a curve. So the neck depth for the back is half inch. The neck depth for the front is 2 inch. Okay, so in order to allow it to be able to pass through the head, okay, I'm going to be making a slit at the front. So from this front neckline, I'll go down by 4 inches. 4 inches is okay. So I'll be making a slit here. It's as simple as that. So that's it. I'll go ahead and cut this neckline out. So before that, I want to point out something here. So from this neckline, you can see that what I have here is 14 inches. Okay, but what I actually want, I want it to be at say 5 inches. It's okay for me. That's where I want the actual top to stop at. So this extra piece I have here, so from here to here now, I have here 9 inches. Okay, so this extra 9 inches, I'll be using it to create a pleat. Okay, so creating the pleat, this is still going to come back to this 5 inches, plus of course the folding allowance at the edge. I hope you understand. So go along, you understand what I'm saying. So I'll go ahead and cut this neckline out. First of all, the back neckline, remember, is folded into two. So first of all, cut the back neckline first. Then I'll make it try to split it open, separate it so that I can cut the front neckline. The good thing is I have it ironed, so I'll be able to know how to fold the center back. So now that I have it this way, I can go ahead and cut the front. So then, of course, remember I said there will be a slit here. So I'll also make a slit to these 4 inches. Let's make a slit to the mark. Okay, so that's it. So if I open it up now, you can see the way it's looking. Look at the slit. I'm also going to be cutting out a facing for this to close up this edge and the slit as well. That's what I'll be doing. Then for what I was explaining earlier on, remember what I said? I said, you can see that mark I gave is still here now. Remember I said from here, I want the slit, I want my sleeve to stop at 5 inches. So every other extra I have here is going to be 9 inches. Okay, so I need to fold this back the way it was so that I will cut off these excesses. Remember, I need to cut off this excess, so I'm going to be folding it back. Okay, so before that, so what I'm trying to explain is from this excess 9 inches I have, I'm cutting out an interfacing that is going to come from the end, one end to the other. Okay, on this side and on the other side as well. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut that out, iron it down, then of course I'll show you how to create the pleat. Okay, I'll come back to show you that. So I'm here, guys. So I'm done ironing the interfacing on it. You can see this from one end to the other. Just like I said, the width of 9 inches, but actually had 10 inches here. So the other side, I repeated the same process. So you can see the edges. I've already ironed down the edges, which I'm going to be hemming. You can see the outlook here. Then also the neckline, I also iron the interfacing around the neckline as well. Okay, so turning this to the other side, so see how this looks from the outside. You can see here's the slit already at the front. So I also have another the interfacing I'll be using to uh, the facing rather I'll be using to turn the neckline as well. Okay, I also iron the interfacing to it as well. So I'll be covering up the neckline afterwards. That's after I have created my pleats by the side. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to start creating my pleats. So just take your time in doing this. Need like about 3 pleats thereabouts. 3 pleats, 3 to 4 pleats is okay. See what I'm doing? Just picking it up. I'm actually starting from the center so that I can have it measured and be sure that I have it in place before taking it all the way down. So I have like 3 pleats already. So if I measure this from this point here, what do I have? I have above 6 inches, so I still need to go in more. So I can just bring this inwards a little bit more. You can see what I'm doing. I just picked and folded it towards the other side, and the same thing here. So here, if I measure this down, so from here to the edge, I have 5.5 inch. Okay, so I will leave it at 5.5 inch because I'm still going to turn the neckline and it will be going inwards, right? Yeah. So I'll leave it at this 5.5 inch. I think I'll leave it at this. Okay, so here I'll work with what I have here. So still holding it with my hand, I'll just take my ironing and secure this end. So I've done that. So I will now take my time and start pleating it one after the other. So from this first line, you can see I'm just taking it down and I'm ironing it down. So I'll do the same thing to the other ones. So you need to have a little patience doing this so that you have it properly aligned. So now that I have this iron down, so I'll carefully secure it, with a pin before going to the other end. I'm doing this so that to avoid it, all moving around. So you can see this. So I'll go to the other side and repeat the same process. So here I've carefully secured it with a pin. So you can see this. So what I'm going to do next now is to go run a stitch to hold this down all through. I'm going to be running a stitch all through to put this in place, and also at the edge as well. So I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side. So after that, I'll use this the facing to turn out this neckline and the slit as well. This is almost ready. Once that is done, then I'll be able to clean up the edges. I'll hem the lower part as well. So it'll be looking this way. So yeah, you can see this is looking all beautiful already. So all I'm going to do is to just attach a little bit of belt at the say the waistline. So I'll measure like say 10 inch. So I'm going to be attaching. I could put a tie belt, or I'll put a pressing button. Okay, so of course when it's warm, this place will be open like this and also like this. Okay, so that's just the beauty of it. I'm not going to be stitching the side. No, I'm just going to hold it down with a pressing button or whatever it is you feel you can add to it. So that's it. You can see this is so easy and very very easy to make. We'll finish this up, then I'll show you the final look of this dress. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Like, share, I'll appreciate it a lot. Till I see you on the next video. Have a beautiful day.